Homer took his family on a trip to Disneyland. However, after coming down from a several-meter-high parking garage, they hadn't even reached the entrance yet. First, they climbed a several thousand-meter mountain, then took a helicopter to get closer, and finally boarded a cruise ship. They still hadn't gotten a single glimpse of the amusement park.
Mama, we made it! Mama? No!
And they faced a strict security check before entering, which prohibited dangerous items, food, and beverages. After taking a few detours, the family finally got inside, and the fun began. The attractions for young children had no lines, but were extremely boring. The thrilling rides were exciting, yet only the bravest could ride them. 6 hours passed, and the coolest thing the family had done was stand in a cool spot. Just then, Bart accidentally discovered an attraction called the Death Rocket Ship. The family boldly went inside and waited for takeoff, but in the next second, the entire building transformed. A U-shaped spaceship suddenly soared into the air. When they looked up, they realized they had left Earth and entered space. Right then, 2 monsters appeared out of nowhere. They told the family not to be afraid, explaining that this was just a kidnap. The monsters also said that whatever they wanted to eat would appear if they just said the word. Homer shouted chips, and sure enough, countless bags of chips floated toward them inside the spaceship. There was also a magical flashlight. Green light could cut off a hand, and its purple light could restore it. Homer had a great time playing with it. Marge quickly tried to stop it, but Homer accidentally cut off her hair. When the hair was restored, a new hand grew in place of her hair instead. At that moment, the monsters announced that the spaceship was about to land and instructed them to turn off all electronic devices. The family hurried to sit down. The spaceship wobbled as it joined the return queue. Everywhere felt alien. All the signs were in English, just like in Canada. To their surprise, they were locked up as soon as they landed. Homer rushed to the cockpit, but couldn't start the spaceship. It turned out the ship had run out of energy. Just then, one of the monsters took out some pills and said that taking them would allow them to breathe the air there. Soon, the family was taken to a hall. There, they witnessed new lives disappearing just a few seconds after being born, until no more could reproduce. They also saw how life ended. The dead were thrown into a river made of their own saliva.
Why are you sharing all this with us?
Because we want you to fully appreciate the planet that you will never leave.
So the family began living under tight surveillance. Once, a monster that had never seen humans before came to observe them. Lisa, full of anticipation, held out her hand and gently touched the monster's hand. The monster happily threw its toy to Lisa. Lisa instinctively reached out to catch it like she would a ball with a racket, but the toy was actually porcelain and shattered immediately. The monster angrily blamed her for ruining everything. That night, a senior human expert came in and began teaching the Simpson family racial knowledge. Their final ritual in life was to eat one of their family members.
But we'll let you have the fun of picking which one.
Marge suggested they could decide by vote. Everyone wrote down the name of the person they chose. When Homer collected the votes, he found that all the notes had his name on them. Marge couldn't write, but she drew a very clear picture, and the picture was of Homer. On Homer's ballot, he had originally written that boy, but after hesitating for a moment, he added dad after it.
It's a far, far better thing I do than I have ever done before.